Hi everyone, thank you for joining. So as the title says, I will be doing my top 5 face concealers. I did a video of my top 5 under eye concealers if you guys want to check it out, and I also have another one of my top 5 primers. And I'll put the links down below or on the info box, that way you guys can check them out. So today I'll be talking about my top 5 face concealers, and I have 2 high-end and 2 drugstores. I'll just get right into it. One of the reasons why we want to use concealers is to counteract or to even our skin tone, to counteract our like color corrections, such as like if we have redness in our skin or any other type of discolorations. Not only that, it is also good to use to cover up blemishes, scars, pimples that we might have, things like that. So that's what we use concealer for, to conceal. So one of the ones that I really like and I highly recommend is the MAC Studio Finish concealer, and this is what it looks like. And I have it in NW25. It's more like on the peachy kind of tone, and I really like it. Let me just show you real quick. That's what it looks like, and it is a medium. I would say it's a medium coverage. It's right here. It's very creamy. It's easily to blend. I do suggest that before we apply concealers or any type of concealers, we prime our face. That way our concealer can have a really nice smooth surface to conceal, basically. So it's the same thing when you're using foundation. Like, you know how you use when you use foundation, you prime. You want to do the same thing before you conceal, obviously. And this one can last you about 4 to 5 hours. It doesn't have a great stain power, but I really like it because it's not that heavy. I mean, you can still use it. I don't really recommend it under your eyes. I strongly recommend this for your face, such as around your nose, or any discoloration or pimple or blemishes that you might have around your face. So that's what you can use this for. And is Laura Mercier's The Real Deal Concealer, and it looks like this. I actually have been using this for about 2 weeks already. That's how long I've had it with me, and I really like it. This is a very creamy formula. Let me just put a little bit here, and let me tell you guys, this thing goes a long way. That's a little dot right there. Let me just show you how creamy and how pigmented and what the coverage it is. I would say this is like full coverage. Definitely has to be full coverage. You don't need much of this. A little goes a long way. I've been using this for around my nose, or sometimes I get red here between my eyebrows. I get red here, so I'll apply it. One thing I like about this is that it's very full. It's full coverage, but yet it doesn't feel heavy at all, and it's not cakey. I can keep on applying and applying as long as I dab it or I tap it like this, without just like sweeping it like this. Or I've actually tried to use it with a brush, with this brush, and it is really good, but I find that my fingers are a better tool to apply this concealer with. And I haven't had any creasing with it, or any creasing problems. I haven't had any cakiness or anything like that, and I really have been loving this concealer. So definitely recommend it. I mean, it will last you for a long time because you don't need much, like I said. So yeah. Okay, now the concealers on the drugstore. One that's very similar, and not exactly a dupe of it, but the same consistency, the same way that it feels coverage wise, is the Glamaflauge Heart Candy Concealer. And on the bottom it claims here it's a heavy duty concealer. And girlfriend, I have to agree with this. This baby is just $6, and you're getting a lot of product here. This baby is so full coverage. Like, I'm not even, let's see, I don't want to waste a lot of it, but this is what it looks like. Let me just show you how it blends in. Look at that. Holy moly, it's definitely a full coverage concealer. I have it in shade medium. I'm sorry, on the Laura Geller I have it in shade medium as well. On the Glamouflage Heart Candy I have it in shade medium, and it's an amazing concealer. I don't recommend it for under eyes whatsoever. This is not for your eyes, just letting you know right now. Well, at least for me it did not work, but for my face, girl, I just sometimes put this around my nose because that's where I get redness more, around my nose and the center of my forehead, like right here. I'll get here on my chin, and sometimes I just put this on and then I just powder it, put some powder on top, and I'm good to go. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is a really heavy coverage concealer. It is full coverage, but unlike this one, I kind of do feel like I have concealer on. I don't want to say it's a heavy feeling, but you still, you know, and you feel like you have concealer on. Just letting you know. So whenever, I recommend that whenever you put this one, you really do set it, or set it with a powder on top. For sure set it. Even if you're dry skin, just set it with a powder. Obviously prime before, but you have to set it with a powder. That way it won't like crease or anything like that, because it doesn't stay like sticky or anything, but it doesn't set fast, if you know what I mean. That's the only thing with this one. Just to make sure that you know it has like a long staying power. It might last you around 6 hours, which is always good. But if you have like scars or anything like that, this will do it. It will even cover up tattoos, just letting you guys know. I don't have one, but I know my friend does, and it covered her tattoo up. The other one that I really like, and this is is Sonia Kashuk's Hidden Agenda, and you can get this at Target. It comes with 3 concealers and a setting powder. And the concealers, you get like a green tone based one to counteract your redness, and you get 2 shades. This one's more like a creamy peachy peachy color for your under eyes, and this is for like your skin. I've used it for under my eyes. Unfortunately, I mean, you can use it under your eyes, but I do have my other top 5 which I recommend that you can use it, and I'll link the video down below, that way you guys can check them out. But if you have this one, you can also use it for under your eyes, but I really honestly prefer it for my face. I think it's a really nice concealer, and I love the fact that it has a powder, so you can automatically set it. I really like that. So definitely give this a try if you haven't. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it. And the last but not least, one of my top 5 is the CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless Corrector in 230. And that's what it looks like. And it's like a concealer with some cream like swirled in or whatever. Mine's a little bit cracked already, but doesn't mean it's bad. This is a very creamy concealer. So creamy. Very nicely too. Very pigmented. I would say this is a medium buildable coverage, and it's the corrector one. I know there's a concealer one and there's different shades, but I got the corrector, which is more like a yellow tone based, and I like it because, like I said, I do get redness around my face, and either yellow or green is good for that. So I got the yellow one. They don't have a green one, but I got the yellow one, and I really have been liking it. So it's very creamy. I don't have any trouble while applying it. All of these concealers I apply with my fingers. I think it's the best tool that we can all have. A large little bottle here. You're not gonna use much of it. For the majority of these concealers, these are like either medium to full coverage. If you don't have like a lot of coverage that you need, you can just maybe skip concealer and just put a powder on top, or you can just skip foundation and put any of these little concealers just around. If you have minimal problem areas, you can just do that. Just prime, put concealer, powder it up, and good to go. Other than that, that's pretty much it, guys, that I can say. I mean, I really hope I didn't miss anything out of it. These are my top 5 favorite concealers that I definitely recommend any. As always, I will put links of these where you can get them at, and hopefully this was helpful for somebody out there. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and thank you so much for sticking with this video series. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed for future videos and giveaways. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.